Yo, what's up? How are you guys doing? We are back for some more high seas games. Yo, good morning. Yo, what's up, Lord Pickle? Um, yeah. So I'm really excited about this meta game so far. The meta game seems quite interesting, quite fresh. And there are a lot of decks that and a lot of different strategies that people find interesting and find success with, and that's a really good thing. So to me it really depends on, obviously for Bologna it really depends on how the metagame will look like at the US Nuts. I mean, it's so interesting that you have such a huge event at the beginning of the season and in preparation for both Bologna and Nationals. So yeah, so far I've been mainly playing Syndra. I think she's pretty well positioned. There are a lot of problems with the deck. There are sometimes, the deck doesn't feel as top tier aggro as, for instance, Aurora, but I really do like the matchup spread. I also enjoyed Marlene a lot. I think the deck is quite good, but I think with the list I made with Hamish for Booster Point, the only problem I had with Marlene was that I felt I was getting outclassed by other good mid-range strategies as Florian, and as the Assassin matchup is quite rough. But apart from that, I really do like how this deck performs. Is J.O. Reinhardt real with sea legs? So my hot take for this season is that Kaio is in top 3 spots. I mean, let's look for a deck. I think Kaio currently is very well positioned. It's really bad. Lupin Fiasco, that's a very good player. Yeah, so yeah, the only problem you have with Kaio is that your worst matchup will be the most popular deck. I think that's the only problem with Kaio. But Sea Legs is insane. We've discussed about the interaction with Scabskin Leathers last time as well. And I think Sea Legs is a reason that you can still run Rally the Cost card blue. Rally the Cost card blue, okay. That's an interesting card as well, that's true. I really like Sea Legs, and I think... I don't know how experienced Lupin Fiasco is with KO. Probably he's more experienced with me than me, but I would prefer... I think I would want to run the 246 that generates another agility if it has go again. I think with the addition of Sea Legs, now that you have 6 cards that can generate agilities, maybe you like this card, and I do like blocking more, maybe, I don't know. Clash of Might Red is really interesting. Is there a way to play Marlin with Dreadbore for those bad matchups with 12D reacts and movable? You mean the Harpoon list, right? Well, so the problem with at the beginning I had Dreadbore in the sideboard with this list, but the real problem is that your decks don't really have hit effects when that's the case. So, well, if an opponent If an opponent in the current meta game runs 12 D-Reacts and red unmovables, I don't think you can ever beat that deck. But I don't think you can play such a deck in the current meta game. I think D-Reacts currently are really bad, so let's... Yannis send me the... Yeah, let's check the Samurai tier list. So... Gravy Bones, okay. Okay, so Florian is the top, their top deck. Other two decks are Prism and Kano. In the top 5 spots there is Florian, Kano, and Prism. In all of these 3 decks, D-Reacts are beyond bad. I mean, you can run at most 6 if you're really greedy. You can run 6 D-Reacts into Florian and into Prism, but I don't think this is a metagame where you can run a lot of defense reaction. Yes, Samurais have KO in B tier. I can see that. I can see KO moving to B tier because of Florian, but Jarl, okay. I think versus Jarl I want to go second. And I need to cut 2 cards. No one wants to play my Syndra. Yeah, if Florian is best deck in the format, they have a point. Yeah, I agree. Hello, how is Gravy so high? All the lists I saw are made at best. So, this is the Samurai take, is it not? Yeah, it's not blocked, okay. This is the Samurai take. I think I spoke with Daniel yesterday, we played some games. He was a really great advocate for Gravy. Maybe the lists are B, but it's a really hard deck, so I can see the reason why they feel like Gravy is that great. So Gravy in the specific metagame, Gravy should have a good matchup with Florian, right? And probably has a good matchup with Nu. I have no idea about Arachne. So I think the thought process is that Gravy is still a deck that we haven't figured out yet. So that's a great thing. It will really depend on how will the US nuts go. Because we might see, you know, we are chilling, you know, playing our pre-releases, you know, getting some cards, opening some gold packs, opening some cogs, opening some golden cogs. But the US, people in the US are really hardcore on testing right now. Okay, Puffin, I'll go second. Okay. It's the linchpin that determined Florian Gravy position, yeah.
Τράβηξε την τελευταία ασήμαντη κάρτα σου για να τελειώνουμε, Γιούγκη. Η τράπουλα του παππού μου δεν έχει ασήμαντες κάρτες, Κάιμπα!
I have been really impressed with Puffin as well. I think I will get Gregory. Gregory has really played a lot of Puffin for Bologna, and he's really a mechanologist simp. So I think I'll get him until next week to do a deck tech for Puffin before we leave for Bologna. I've seen Irina since Dromai days. Yeah, I'm not so sure about Irina's, but it looks like a good card. I didn't see if they have an action point or not. I think I should have. They didn't have an. They didn't have an action point. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, they have no action point, so. Okay. Oh, they do have an action point. Okay, they do have an action point. Okay. I think we just have a bad hand. It's fine. Spreading flick dagger. Yeah, let's do a turn. Come on, Jens, give us a good gravy list already. Yeah, bingo. I'm really trying to see if there is any way to. If there is any way to counter Kano, because I also think that Kano is in a very good position right now. But it still feels like a horrible matchup. Maybe the best way to counter this matchup is yeah, Gentagelo psyching everyone that Kano is not good. Kano is silly right now. Gentagelo, let's be real. Not my Sunflower Samurai take, not mine. Oh no, oh they punted. They could have gotten rid of my dagger. So I block this for 8, and they don't have a turn. I don't mind that. I could simply use the boots. I could simply have used the boots. Yeah. So it's too early. It's a bit early in the morning. I should have simply used the boots. Yeah, because it would be much easier to get back the daggers. Is there a way to beat warriors as Marlin? That's a rough question. I think assassins is a hard matchup, and for the same reason warriors are. I think with Marlin you want the metagame to be in a spot where these types of decks are not popular. With Darkpit isn't that bad. Well, sure. But I guess it's not easy to play a value game when they can simply block. The good thing is that they need to block, that you are playing a fair game with warriors. And you are somewhat of an unfair deck as the Harpoon. I think we just take some damage here. Yeah, that was a huge punt last turn. We should have kept an extra card, took 1 damage, and we would... Oh no. Giga punished. I mean, Kane in larger tournaments will be good. There will be where people won't take too much for him, but in the fields, he's prepared for him, he just loses. I mean, that's the Kane thing always. But he got two new tools to... You got 2 new toys to play with. The 2 new amulets, which both are relevant. So, I don't know. There is a universe where I keep the drop of dragon blood. Okay. Ah. Sure, I don't mind getting the card. I will give them an opportunity to prevent my chain link here, but I don't think I mind. The fourth epod is quite huge, but the nth one is debatable. As far as I know, it is not that easy to drop and activate on the turn you want to combo, since your action point will most probably be used to drop another pod or just boost damage. Okay. I see your point. But still, isn't the input quite huge for Kano? Yeah, so Flavio, regarding Marlin, I think Ranger, traditionally, if you want to combat warriors, you do have the tools. I mean, Codex and whatever says the word Frailty is a good way to fight warriors if you want to take for that matchup. Yeah, we just take the 10. I think they just missed 2 damage. Oh no, they didn't, yeah, because we hit and they will untap. Yeah, they used 1 to go again. And we most likely took 4 more damage. Karanka, okay. So I think another 5. Oh, okay. We actually lost because of that mistake at the beginning. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we'll have the time to actually outvalue them with... We won't have the time to outvalue them with momentum. Well, that's a problem with Syndra. If the game ends before you can activate momentum even once. Puffin is good. Puffin is good, yeah. Yeah, I think this game now is really hard. Oh, we don't have an opener. Oof. When he plays damage in a turn, well, she hits hard. Yeah, she had an amazing hand. Yeah, we would most likely either take one card or get Shelter if we could threaten hit effect. Oh. You have tried Pummels in the Harpoon list. I was trying them at the beginning. It could be a way to utilize some stuff. It could be a way to utilize the aggressive hands. But I think the three of a kinds and the codexes are your strongest cards, and I don't want to make them any worse. So there could be meta games where Pummel is good enough. Warrior could be such a case, because Warrior could be such a case, but the problem I have with Pummel is that you are not supposed to run Tunic, because I think you have a bit of too much good synergy with the random cards. But if you get rid of Trench and simply decide to go for Tunic, maybe Pummel makes more sense. Again, we have no opener. Yeah, so it's a really hard case to crack with Marilyn, how to make good use of the three of a kinds and the codexes. And adding Pummels to the mix most of the time is not the best, it's not the easiest decision. So that's why I'm a bit skeptical about Pummels, even though the deck runs a lot of blues and has a lot of good 2-cost attacks. Okay, I think I will flick the left kunai here. Should I don't think I should flick, no. No, I need to flick. I need to flick. Yeah, I think the biggest problem currently with Marlin is mainly Florian. I think with warriors and stuff you can maybe find a solution into how to deal with this deck. But I think Florian is a huge problem because it's a deck that also has D-reacts, it's hard to interact with, they have good one card plays, you know, overpower never really matters. Also, Victor, yeah, decks like this obviously are a pain to deal with as Marlin. Loses to Puff in Syndra FTR. Yeah, our opponent had some really good draws. And I think we would still probably had not a chance. We might be winning this game if we didn't punt a turn 2, because we got super punished. We never got the one block from the boots. We wasted a card. The fact that we wasted the card meant that we couldn't threaten Mask. It could be a bit of a different game. Yeah, and it will really depend on whether they can threaten. If they can't threaten more than 4 here. Oh, they have 2 action points, yeah. It's always the small mistake unless you play Assassin. That's a huge mistake, yeah. Well, yeah, when you play the slower decks, the mistakes are much more relevant. Yeah, good game. Atomic Turtle, okay. Oh, they chose to go first, so maybe we should have more D-reacts because they are the Harpoon list. Nah, it's fine. King Shark Harpoon. Okay, that just means we play more cards. Hey beautiful, yo, what's up to Magic? Not the best hand. Okay. Cooking, literally. Nice. That's a lot of damage. I'm definitely blocking with fire. I think I should use that as well. Yeah, let's just take 4. I think we should get a bit greedy with the daggers here in order to... Yeah. So that's the strength of Marlin, that they can aggressively block with their hand, and with 2-card hands they can still do real turns because of 3 of a kind and Codex. Okay. Again, we got no opener. So I can block 6 and present 4. Yeah, I can block 6 and present 1. And I need to either pop the fealty or use the last on blood spattered vest. Nah, I think it's better to make some. Yeah, let's just take 6. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Should I push for the mark as well? I don't think so. I have a fealty, I have one more attack. Next turn we can do a big turn. I have one more counter for spreading flames. Okay, that's a good hand. Okay. I can keep... No, I shouldn't keep the Diriac because it's quite likely that we will use Dragon Power to trigger Mask. We go again. We go again. I'll get the resource, I will not greed it out. I think I should simply Dragon Power here, I should have blocked with boots. Yeah, we are missing one value, but we're triggering Mask, it's fine. I should have blocked with Flight Path. That's a lot of the reasons why I like Ninja into this Ranger meta game, that it's really hard for decks that have only Blade Break type of equipment to deal with Mask of Momentum in long games, and it's not easy for Rangers to close up a game fast. Sometimes they can do it, but a lot of times you simply cannot do that. Okay, that will probably generate it. We have a lot of go again. That's a good hand to see Warmongers in. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't think I can block that. Yeah, I'd much rather them have this one than have Codex. So I don't think it was a mistake keeping Arsenal here. Yeah, how much time till we hit the Treasure Island, Captain? We're getting close, lad. Oh, by the way, we lost a game previously. I forgot to open a booster. We'll do it after this one. Okay. Yeah, they already made a gold, so... Aggressive activation of Golfin Harpoon, that's interesting. Ignite Kunai, Headlong, Warmongers. Yeah, I think the flavor in High Seas is 10 out of 10. I really enjoy the whole pirate thing. I really enjoy the Treasure Island aspect. Okay, we got rid of one of their cards. Banger. Boy, I wish it was July when I got my nuts so badly. Yeah, nuts will be super interesting. Okay. That prevents me from using mask. They've played two Conqueror of the High Seas. I think I am supposed to set up the Blaze Headlong. The only card that punishes me is the third copy of Conqueror of the High Seas. If you had to bet what character is going to win US Nuts, who would you choose? That's a really hard question. I think the most likely deck to win US Nuts, to be honest, Syndra. I think I'm between Syndra and Prism. I mean, Prism, if Prism can dodge the Florians, is an insane deck. I feel like Syndra is underrated, I agree. You have the deck list, give me a Syndra deck list. I have 2 breakpoints, I can flick here. Why are we playing versus Griffers? Yeah, so Nu is an interesting deck, but Nu is in an interesting position, but I don't think Sleepy tier B. Yeah, it's again, it's the Spaniards tier list. So I think Nu is a really strong deck. I don't love the position she's in between Florian and Prism. I don't love that. I think Azalea is also pretty hot. I mean, you play Azalea, you have a positive matchup in the Florian. Assassins are a pain in the ass, but it's not unplayable. Prism is your worst nightmare, but Prism, there is a good opportunity that Prism gets, you know, stopped by all the Florians. Like Sleepy beats every A tier hero from here, okay. Sleepy beating Florian is a big... It's a wild thing to say. So let's see, did you get any expansion slot? No. Got 3 nice rares. Jack be Nimble. I really like what they did with Nimblism in this draft. I really like what they did with Nimblism in this draft. It's it gets you back to the Welcome to Wraith times regarding draft, and now it makes way more sense. Beware of Bandana Riptide. Oh, every A tier hero, not S, okay. Vincent. Okay, Vincent I guess is the only deck I want to go first. I can run the loyalties into Vincent. I can run the loyalties into Vincent. Let's simply run a Shelter. Any reason to attack turn 0? I don't think so. And I think my most replaceable card is Hot on their Heels. Yeah. Like putting Melissa over Sleepy, are we smoking weed or something? Well, the main argument with Sleepy is that I didn't hear the podcast they did, because I think most of the time the samurais do that in Spanish. So if you expect two assassins to be very good, Sleepy is not in the best position. So maybe that was the thought process. I don't think we were ever blocking that 5. But why? I have no idea. Arachne TIRS to me sounds really weird. I could be missing something, obviously. I could always be missing something. They're keeping the Cal. Like my age final was Sleepy versus Mario. Okay. So I think Marionette is a very strong deck. I think it has a lot of very good things going for him. I think I'm supposed to spread in here. I mean, spreading is a 1 for 4 do nothing, but it's fine. I mean, I can always just throw 5 and arsenal the spreading. Yeah, I think Marionette will be insane the second Nu hits Living Legend. Mario will definitely get the spot of Nu in the field. Oh, that's an old spam. We should get rid of that. Primarily, I think, but he's been known to play a few things, yeah. Oh, okay. Seven, huh? I don't think I need the dragon power. I don't mind them. Okay, now I'm fine with Cal. I'm fine with the top deck they had with Cal. To imagine also played Nu beside his Wizard shenanigans. Well, I think with Kano you need to be quite a specialist, but there are definitely some meta games where you honestly cannot play Kano. I think we're flicking here. Weird hand. Okay, so this time we are getting hit by Carl. Okay, I'm definitely not blocking. Paid the life to get a rune sound, I'll get rid of Dragon Blood. Oh, what luck, we got a red on top. I think I can go down to 0 daggers to threaten Mask. Yeah, and I've already seen the card that's in the top of my deck. So if I draw it, I know I can play it. Okay, that's great. No! This is the Demigon. Yeah, I think we need to maintain a bit of life total. Is Marlin a fatigue deck? I don't think so. But you are strong in the slower game because your weapon deals a lot of damage. Marlin is very fun to play, I agree. It's a very interesting deck. It's really interesting regarding how they design cards to... It's very interesting in the aspect of how to design cards to have a deck with actual a big power level that you need to figure out how to actually use, and Marlin feels a lot like that. She has a lot of powerful cards that you need to figure out how to work. It's the complete opposite from a few years back Warriors, where you just felt that they have nothing powerful going on, and that's the main problem with their deck. Post nuts, I'm going to test gravy. Yeah. Don't say big words. We might see a lot of gravy meats in the US nuts. Not only because of the hype, the deck could actually be there already. Let's open a high seas pack while we wait. Deck is strong, yeah. Arrows. That's such a cool concept. Oh, we have a face down card. Are we rich? Starface shaking, what even is that? When this enters the arena, create 3 Seismic Surge tokens. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. Then you may put up to X cards from your hand at the bottom of your deck, or X the number of Seismic Surge tokens you control. Draw an equal number of cards, the number of cards put in the bottom this way. So it's a 3 cost, make 3 surges, and then you can cycle your hand. That's a really good card. Something Galea card, and our 3 bomb rares. Okay. I'll give my opponent one more pack time. We don't think Puffin is a winner compared to Nuts. I think Puffin is good, Belazul. Puffin is good. I don't know if she can deal with a lot of the newer decks. But Puffin seems like a really impressive deck. Oh, Chum! We got a Chum! All 3 heroes are ranging from good to very strong. Nice, some has been quite rare, quite actually. Yeah, that's nice. I think in the current metagame, Marlin is probably the weakest, but I think it's simply a metagame thing. The deck can do some really powerful things. What's going on? Because if it's boost Puffin, it looks fatigable, but if it's just pirate cards, sometimes there are going to be brick hands. Yeah, but I think Puffin, I think the best build with Puffin is probably the mid-range type of deck. And but the only problem with that type of style of play style is that you get really outclassed by Florian. No, good game. Oh, they didn't have a hand. Yeah, okay. Florian, okay. Bowlful. Honestly, I'm shocked that non-lists are running the +4 action cards for 1. You mean the one that untaps your hero? Yeah, like draw back the hammer and similar, yeah, okay. 5 go again. It's a bit too early for the spreading flames, I think. I don't love the fact that I'm losing a spreading flame, but I don't think it's worth the overcommitment. Okay. Should we spreading here? I think we should simply dagger. Should I pitch the spreading though? I think I should. Oh, why did I get momentum? Oh, it's a bit too early. It's a bit too early for me. Standing rendition, cool. Carapace, okay. That's a good hand to have spreading in. Should I block the ripping now? Sindra, do you always have to play out your 4-card hands in Florian? There are turns where you are trying to set up for a wider one. So, traditionally, the best way to punish Florian is to sometimes give him a lot of tempo that has nothing to do with it, give him a lot of cards. So, sometimes you do exactly what you said, that sometimes it's not bad to try and set up. The problem is that it's not, most of the time you don't have setup turns with Syndra. There are not many hands where you can actually set up stuff. So it's not that easy. That draws a card. Okay. But in general, I think the best example is when you get hit by felling. If you don't have fealties, or like if you have the life lead and they throw a felling, sometimes it's fine to simply block it out, because what are they going to do with a 4-card hand? Rune Chant 7 you? Who cares? It was a clear mistake. We are not supposed to be running momentum. That's the reason. That's one of the few matchups why we have links for. But we've gotten some value already out of momentum. We forced an overblock by 2 last turn. So momentum already has generated about 2 value. So I don't think it's too bad. Okay. I think I can ask for an extra card. Okay. It's not that I care to ask for an extra card, it's more like I don't want to have a card in Arsenal. It just be my problem, but really... But I really like the momentum of 3 cards into 5 into 3. Yeah, that's... That's what we were supposed to do. For instance, here, I think it's fine blocking. Renegade, Flick, Jet 1, play spreading. No, it's horrible. They had the card in Arsenal for quite some time. That probably means they have an Arsenal disruption. But I want to take the risk, I guess. When are the Greek nationals? In the last weekend. So 6th of July, I think. I mean, they effectively blocked with 3 cards my 2-card play, so I don't think I mind that. Into Reaping, wow, that was perfect. That was perfect. I think I will do the one spreading turn here. It's not like we have momentum, we have links. Oh, same time as Polis, yeah. And I think it's the same time with as the Spanish as well. I think I can get 1 resource to finish my turn with Dagger for 2. Yo, Paul1858, thanks for the follow, mate. Welcome. How's the spell Void Dagger been in this matchup? Insane. Beyond insane. It seems like not a lot, but it almost feels like you have the warrior boots. It feels like a lot of times you simply get one extra value every turn. No reclamation. I don't have a good hand, so I don't mind blocking here to protect my fealties. Oh, that's why they were waiting. That's why they were waiting with the card in Arsenal, okay. Oh, the dagger stays after the attack, that's really good. Yeah, that's something you miss. Okay. I don't mind getting Purgatory here. Okay. Should I keep a card or should I take 3 damage? I think I should keep a card. I've seen them pitch twice plow under. No, they pitched once and blocked the other, so they only have 1 plow under and 2 command and conquers in the deck. I don't mind setting this up. I think I want to keep in my deck. Probably the Dragon Power is better to keep in my deck. I'll block 3. Okay. They are active, which is not great news, so we need to end the game now as quickly as possible. Because we no longer win the trade when they only keep a card. When they block with 3 cards and keep a single card to attack with weapon, we now are losing this trade. So we want to end the... No! Super punished. Okay. I think I want to block. Do I want to block? No. Let's not block. We can. We don't have something that consumes the action point. Don't we try to push now since they are online? Yeah. That's why I don't want to block. I haven't seen any copies of my defense reactions, and I'm afraid that might be a problem. Okay, so they're using equipment, they want to play their hand. I think we can flick here. be as annoying as possible. Okay, you know what? I will set up now. I'm not pushing the 4. I need to set up a big turn. And I don't want to give them the free block value. Come on, dude. Did they... I thought they beached the card. Have they shuffled the deck? Am I tripping? Yeah, I think we're going off. Can I wait? I don't know. I don't think I can wait an extra turn. We're a bit too low to wait. Okay, brand. Okay. No, talishar. Okay. They didn't use the boots. Okay, that's interesting. We should have flicked the Vincera guy. We should have flicked the Vincera guy here. That was silly. We made a mistake here. We should have flicked Vincera guy. I don't mind the full block. I really don't mind the full block. They are out of equipment. We are at 4, so we are not threatened by lethal with arcane anytime soon, and we have a 4-card hand that can threaten a lot of damage. I think we got this game. And we got this game even on hard mode with the wrong mask. Oh, we messed up! Ancestral Empowerment is not usable. Oh my freaking god. We should have used Empowerment on the first attack. Okay. Yeah, that's game. Okay guys, be right back. Marionette, okay. I think we can do one more game and play something else. Mark of the Huntsman, that's interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's a good hand. $18 and Arsenal seems like a good 4-card hand. 19 actually, we also flicked. Wow. Next dagger gets +4, we get double marked. Into Orb Weaver. Sure. I can't do anything with the extra card, so I'll block 3. That was a lot of damage. But I mean, doing an off turn for 8 is not the worst thing that could happen. Okay. Into aggressive transform, sure. I mean, they need to get back the tempo, so I can totally see why they're doing that. Just didn't have a codex. Cut the cloth, sure. No. No. Honestly, I could be a meta slave and play Mario, but for that I would need to learn how to sideboard specific heroes again. I mean, you are playing Assassin. I don't think the transition would be that hard. That's annoying. I don't think I can play around that. That's simply subtle to flick. Is there any universe where they don't have a reaction here? It's not like my hand is great though. Just a nick, sure. Flick, sure. Up sticks and run, okay. Sure. I think CNC was simply better there. I'll be left with no daggers. Okay. Now that they blocked, I'll definitely be left with no daggers. And I have a brand, that's great. Okay. They don't have even a witness. What are they going to codex for? I could respect them and give them a card. I need to play Brand into Art of the Dragon Fire, so I need to pitch. I mean, even if they get one card, is it that bad? They still have two more copies of... I think... I don't have a great hand. I don't have a great hand. I will trade the dagger. Yeah, that's fine. Got a yellow, sure. I think I should block. Life total is not like it's irrelevant. That's true. Honestly, I might case that I pivot from Sleeping to Mario because they share the same type of cards. Yeah. I mean, and Marionette feels like a really powerful deck. But again, I think I can't find the reason myself why would you want to play Mario over No in the current metagame. Yeah, I'm flicking either way. Might as well flick here. Oh, I'm punting like no tomorrow. Okay. Tunic. And run. Okay. Codex. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And now that I can't threaten Mask easily, they have a hand that can kill me. Dude. Yeah. Okay. Got salty. Let's do a game with Marlin. Aza. I think I still want to go first. Do I want the remorse? I think I want the more defensive package rather than like the codexes. And they should have arsenal most of the time. And I think I prefer remorseless over infecting. I think I prefer remorseless over infecting. Should I give them a mulligan? Finally, I need some inspiration. Yo, what's up, Under? I don't mind mulliganing here. My hand doesn't accomplish anything. That's my only problem with... And I don't want to give them a free Quiver of the Rusting Leaves. They want to take 1 or 2, I mean, I don't mind. Apple Codex, okay. That's a very good hand. Ah, read in the ledger. No! I think I prefer the red fish harpoon to being graveyard. They didn't keep a card in Arsenal, that was annoying while having the ship, and they also had a red in the ledger. We got slightly punished, but I don't mind that exchange. Because we got back to turn 0, and now if they want to play their turn, they need to get hit by Remorseless. Insane hand! Wow, that hand is horrible. Plays with inertia, sure. Codex of inertia. Oh, thank you! Thank you, kind sir! Why Remorseless isn't an Azalea spec? Mitch asking the real questions. Why isn't Okenold an Oldheim specialization? CNC. See, did you get that? Ha. C as in ocean. This is a horrible hand. I think I should block Force Swing for Conqueror. If the red in the ledger had any other hit effect but less with frailty, I think I would chosen to block. But since the frailty doesn't really affect me this turn, I don't really mind. And shooting a 3-card CNC is not the end of the world. Just 7 versus Aza means they need 3 cards to block that. Or we do a 3-card 10, which is still decent. Unique block? Maybe. CNC. Oh, the best card. Okay. Knock. That's probably a red in the ledger. Knock into Codex. Okay. He'll probably leave this face up and switch it next turn. So I think I'm definitely shooting CNC. So I should get a Conqueror. Conqueror seems good. And I'll discard the Codex. Lock for 3. I mean, we have an insane setup right now. We have drawn 0 copies of 3 of a kind. We have a Conqueror of the High Seas in Arsenal. We threaten them with CNC. I mean, if they are forced to block and then they don't have a disruptive turn and we draw 3 of a kind, this game is over. Which is not a, you know, hard sequence of events. Oh, knock, no. No. No red in the ledger. Bad red in the ledger. I think we can sacrifice the boots. The question is, do I grid it out all the way? Oh, I won't be able to reload. I will be able to reload because I have Marlin, yeah. I will be able to reload. Okay. Does this deck does anything else besides playing CNCs? Oh no. Oh crap. I should have pitched the red, oh my freaking god. We can't overpitch now for Conqueror. I'm the worst player I know. I didn't think of that interaction. I can pitch for Harpoon. Yeah, okay. We need to do that. And then I Conqueror of the High Seas. That was bad. Okay, now I'm doing something I've never done before. I will activate Marlene. Bullseye Bracers. Shoot a sad Goldfin Harpoon. Yeah, if we had pitched the red, it would have been perfect, because we would be able to shoot and then use the arms to reload and shoot again. and it would be slightly more damage, and we wouldn't need to sacrifice every single piece of reload we had. Because now we can't reload with the Shark Harpoon. How much is that coming for? 14. Do you think our opponent is going to guess what attack we're going to play next turn? Do you think they would expect the CNC? Should we rename this deck into Tribal CNC? Command and Cook a Star! Every deck has 3 CNC, this one has 30. If we lose this game still, that will be wild. Okay, please let me play. Please don't shoot the red in the ledger. Please don't shoot the red in the ledger and it's game. Okay, I don't care about infecting shot. No! No! Oh! Oh my freaking god, we had everything set it up. We had literally lethal. We literally had lethal. They played the Codex of Inertia, so we couldn't. They forced us to put a card in Arsenal, so we couldn't get the +3. So we couldn't get the +3 out of our. Out of Return Fire. And now we don't have the resources because we drew 2 reds. We lost. We actually lost. That Codex of Inertia was about 7 value. No, more. That would be for 13. Discard a card. 10. And the card would discard from Arsenal. They literally played Codex of Inertia for 16. I should have pitched first, but okay. Okay. That's why you play New Horizons. It's not easy to load 2 cards with Marlin. That's my only problem. Otherwise, New Horizons is obviously a very powerful card. But you don't have many cards that naturally flip the hero. Yeah, I think that's game now. They just boots arms and it's game over. It's over. No. Yeah, the problem with New Horizons in this build is that it's not easy to flip an arrow face up and get some value out of it. So they get the more defensive package. I think I should. It's Marlin, they won't always have an arsenal. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, Death Dealer Marlin. It's Death Dealer with gold baited hook. Okay. See, there are New Horizons. Yeah, the New Horizons Marlin is the aggressive one. Shoot and Endless. I don't mind taking one because I really like my hand. Block 9, okay. Block 10, sure. Is Marlin the first ranger that is running D-Reacts or no? I mean, Riptide is technically. I mean, yeah, I think Lexi as well was running a few copies of... Lexi was running a few copies of Tarpit Trap as well. Lexi. I mean, if that gets into a blue, we have an insane turn, but I think the value is simply too great. Okay, I think we're simply blocking. And I think I will actually block the boots. No Lexi, but who is Riptide? In our 27 blue deck, why can't we get a hand with 2 blues? Am I running too few blues? Is 27 too low? I ran 33-34, yeah. I had the same slot, I added these strikes on for that reason, because sometimes you get these red hands, but all the games I've played, in theory it's supposed to be good, but in the recent games, Light and Strike never seems to be fine. Don't play another buff, come on. All I'm asking for is 2 blues. Okay, at least this time we have a remorseless 4/8 by sacrificing a card. Oh, they don't have go again. I don't play strikes, but I need 2 blues in every hand, so 34 seems good. Yeah, I mean, I could totally see changing that. I can see the remorseless 4/8. I can shoot a remorseless 4/8. Is that better than Codex? I think it's better than Codex. Also get a gold. Oh, I can't shoot a remorseless 4/8. Oh! I'm shooting a remorseless for 5, it's fine. Am I crazy for saying that Nu is an auto-win into all C's champions? Not all of them, but you know, traditional Nu is very good into decks that want to play a lot of blues. Jamies! Thanks for the sub, mate. Thank you. Much love, thanks for doing the deck tech. I'm always glad, man, and I always enjoying... You are the fire that burns the tinder of my passion for wanting to test new heroes as fast as possible. Okay. I don't mind blocking again. How do you find Marlene? I mean, it really depends on the meta game, if I'm being honest. When you're playing versus deck that both your big harpoons have relevant on hit effects and it's not easy for them to block, the deck feels very powerful. Because, so, my take on Marlene was that I can totally see that cards like Golden Triplet or, you know, some other new cards are good fillers, but I don't want to add fillers to my deck. So when does her think the thing is good? Well, no, I mean, the thing is that it's not that hard to shoot a 10 overpower every single turn. Even though we haven't done that in the last 2 games. We haven't done it yet. But, you know, the numbers are there, I think. Into Codex, okay. What does she not like? I think she doesn't like assassins because the overpowered keyword gets pretty much negated when she's playing into assassins. And I guess the same goes for something like Florian. I mean, I have a ponder. Apart from that, I think she doesn't mind any deck too much. And Prism, even though it might sound like a pain in the ass, it's... you have a lot of natural poppers. The one arrow that can get rid of a Spectra and still attack is fine. Overpower most of the time is active versus Prism, so it's not as horrible as it can be. And because you're Ranger, you have a lot of tools. I mean, running Merkmeyer is not the end of the world in Marlin. if you struggle with warriors, you can simply run every single card that says the word frailty, and probably you will outvalue them. Does hero hits cause issues to the opponent? I think if you don't activate the weapon, never, literally never. Even Syndra sometimes has a one card that's not an attack, so they can simply dodge the shark. But whenever you activate the harpoon, I think there are very few decks that can actually play around that. Is the Death Dealer deck the way? I don't think so. I mean, our opponent right now is testing a hybrid-like, so I don't know about the hybrid, it seems interesting. But I think Death Dealer is much subtle to fatigue. I mean, you have all the problems that Azalea has without having any of the benefits, with the only addition that sometimes you play 3 of a kind and you deal more damage. I don't think it's enough. Not the best 3 of a kind. I mean, I can simply shoot a battalion. I mean, I've only seen 2 Kingfin harpoons. I think I've only seen 2 harpoons. I've only seen 2 harpoons, so that I can dig even deeper with Quiver of the Rusting Leaves. Remorseless. Okay, before that resolves, I think I want to use a Quiver. Okay, that's not the best, but I needed to try and dig. Okay. So you're trading Dominate and reading the Ledger for 3 of a kind, basically. Yeah, that's it, and I don't think it's enough in the Death Dealer variation. No, it was 1 card away. Now we can't activate. I guess we are shooting a Remorseless this turn. Or we're blocking, lol. I think we're blocking. Do I tip the... I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to tip the barkeep. You know what? I will tip the barkeep. Okay, that wasn't a bad tip. Oh my freaking god. The E-strikes, whenever I see them, they feel horrible. If I had 2 blues here, I had Harpoon into Shoot into Codex. If I had the second blue here, it was Shoot a huge Harpoon into whatever. I think I should distract draw though. Trigger again. Yeah, I'm not blocking now, hit effects. Yeah, so I don't think the dealer is the way. And again, I think Marlin, and the same goes with Puffin, really get gatekept by Florian. So the second that Florian gets out, I think Marlin and Puffin can get their spot in the metagame. I really like from the high seas that all of the decks feel like a big puzzle to solve. A huge puzzle. The same goes with I mean, I really like the design, you know, process of they create something really powerful, but a lot of things don't work together. So you need to figure out how to make these things work. I really like that aspect of high seas. I mean, I can use every single card in my hand, so I'll take the 6. Are we finally going to do our thing? 6. Okay, it wasn't the one that taps the hero, so I don't really mind. Okay, so we need to figure out if there is... I know, I think we need to give go again to the E-Strike here. So, Golden Ram, draw... Okay. Okay, and finally things have aligned a bit. Okay, we activate the harpoon, we activate the cannon, we shoot the harpoon, and now not only we will disrupt them and get rid of their arrow, if they have a single arrow, I mean for instance here, if they have a single arrow, it's pretty much game over, if we get rid of it and they don't have a codex. Because next turn we have a codex in arsenal, so if they don't have a great turn, there is nothing stopping us from doing this exact same line. They have 2 arrows, they have a yellow, they have tunic as well though. I think I'll get rid of the hit seeker still. Okay. Can we go for lethal? Not really, but I think we need to try and play our hand. So I can block with Remorseless. There is no way I will not draw 4 resources out of 3 cards. There is literally no way. Yeah, gold the tip. Shooting 3 go again. I'm never blocking that 3 go again. Please show me something more interesting. Activate. Ooh, nice. Nice sequence. Ooh, that -1 will be annoying. But I'm guessing we are taking the 5. They are stealing our gold. But I think we still have a huge turn. It's not lethal though, they still have New Horizons. But we might disrupt them enough. So activate Marlene. Activate Big Game Trophy. Discard the Goldfish Harpoon. I don't care about the reload. Play 3 of a kind. Okay. Any universe where I prefer to shoot a Kingfish Harpoon rather than... Thinking. I can play Codex, discard the Conqueror of the High Seas, pitch 2 cards, play a Conqueror of the High Seas. No. I can fetch an E-Strike, play Codex of Frailty, fetch an E-Strike, discard this, shoot an E-Strike. No, we can't do that either. Conqueror with 2 blues, then Codex is in arsenal. Play Codex, fetch a Conqueror, pitch 2 blues, play the Conqueror, then how do we reload? I can pop the gold. I can pop the gold and draw, but if I don't get a red, if I don't get a blue, it's over. So, line number 1 is we simply throw a huge Kingfish Harpoon. King Shark Harpoon. That will be swinging for 13. I think I simply should do that. I think everything else is simply a bit too cute. I mean, are we losing that badly? Are we losing that badly that we need to gamble to get a blue? I don't think so. I don't think so. Play a codex, discard. I can simply open with a gold. No, I can't. I can't open with a gold. Yeah, now it's super annoying that we don't have the arms. It's fine. I will arsenal a Conqueror of the High Seas, I guess. I will arsenal a Conqueror of the High Seas. No, I will lance arsenal the Harpoon. If again, the number of blues is not enough. Maybe the E-strikes are a bait. I have the problem I have with heavy blue decks is that sometimes when you get flooded with blues, you need to have a turn, and that's why E-strike felt great, because E-strike can simply go into arsenal, it can extend, the draw a card is fine because you have trends. So in general, in decks that can actually utilize the 5 draw a card, I really like Enlightened Strike. But it's obviously the literal worst card to draw when you're using 3 of a kind. Take 10, okay. And they don't have an arrow. Interesting. Okay. We need to survive. We need to survive. They have a Rain Razor. Oh, what did they have? Rain Razor. Do you have a kind codex? No, they had the. I don't remember. We'll figure it out. Active. So they shoot an infecting for 7. I mean... Oh, I know they have Rain Razors. I know they have Rain Razors. Yeah, what's up, Riga? Καλησπέρα. With 3 of a kind. Okay. I'd love to not be forced to take the blood road, but I guess it's fine. I don't think they can survive that. Watch party for US National tonight? Yeah, pretty much. Wasn't that quite risky? I mean, with this deck, there is no way you won't get 4 resources. If you block with 2 reds and keep 2 blues, that's true, but I was but if I get 2 blues, that was my thought process, that if I get 2 blues, I will also prevent the Codex of Bloodroot, and it's not unlikely to get 3 blues in a 27 blue deck. I could definitely draw 3 reds, and that would be a disaster. I still had gold though, so I could play around that. And also, if we had blocked with 3 of a kind, we would have gotten down to 2. And the Bloodroot, we would need to kill them next turn. Otherwise the Bloodroot would have killed us, because we knew they had Rain Razors. So there is a low roll potential of getting 3 reds, but then I think I would go and pop some gold in order to draw the blues to actually play my turn, because I think it's quite unlikely to have like 4 reds in a row. Do you think we'll see high 6 heroes in the Nationals? Chance they will top 8? A lot of people are super pumped about Gravy for some reason. Not for some reason, I can totally see the reason, but I don't know. I think Gravy and Puffin are currently the best contenders. I think Marlin gets really gatekept by Florian, and while I think Gravy and Puffin could potentially find a way to have a game plan into Florian, I don't think that's easy for Marlin. So regarding the new heroes, I think Gravy and Puffin make the most sense. Let's do a game. Let's do a game with Necro. I think I want to... That's quite an older list. I think I want to cut the exchange for some of the new fancy disruption cards. Turn face down. Let's add the Belittle on steroids as well. And... I think I should remove this card. So, there are 2 cards I want to try out. One is Paddle Faster, the other one is the Draw Discard one. Let's try Paddle Faster first. Our 3 heroes I think are pretty weak, or at least not broken or Mistvale broken. Pretty good move from LSS. If they are bad, they can buff them next set. They are definitely not on the power level on Mistvale. I don't think soon we will see any Mistvale power level. I think Mistvale was a bit too strong. I think LSS underrated a little bit the cost of running 7 or 8 instant blue cards in your deck. I think that was the only mistake with Mistvale. Apart from that, I think the deck was fine. Oh no, dude. Sorry. Sorry, guy. Okay, thank you. Thank you, he did the right thing. He's back. No, come on, guys. No, please, no. Max risk. Okay. I do want the reacts. think I want the big allies, not the small ones, versus these guys. So I think I will cut the Goyen dudes. And since I added the 3 Diriacts, I think I should cut the Epical Fasters, even though we wanted to test this card out. But wait, untap target permanent, I think I shouldn't run this card. I think I need to run Anka as well. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun thinking. Do I need the whole huge setup things? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. So let's cut the baubles. Trinkets and baubles. 61 cards because I don't know how to sideboard. I guess so. Yeah, let's go. Trinkets and baubles. Ahoy, ahoy, yo, what's up, Theophrastos? Cogworks Blunderbuss. I was using Cogworks Blunderbuss in the Sealed. As Puffin, I think when you're playing versus Gravy, you want to play Cogworks. When you're playing versus Marlene, you want the other pistol, and in the mirror as well. It could definitely depend on your build in Sealed and Draft, but I think that will most likely be the... That will most likely be the rule of thumb. Conqueror of the high seas! Good morning, yo, what's up inside of Dio? The reds are still... I know I'm running a lot of reds. Okay, I know I'm running a lot of reds for a Gravy, but 5 reds in the first 8 cards is a bit too many. Okay, trigger Puffin. My opponent is drowning in cogs. Puffin has this huge ship, but no one to attack to. Oh. I think I will blind discard the blood in the water. Should I though? Yeah, I mean if we get an ally... Is there any will there be any other reason not to do that now? If I get a gold out, I can't get a gold. I think I should take, yeah, we should take a look. Anka! Okay, if it's Anka... So... I don't think it changes much though. I don't think it changes much. If they attack again, I think I'm supposed to block with the Rubble, shoot the CNC Arsenal, the Conqueror of the High Seas. I mean, Anka chilling in the graveyard is not the end of the world. Rust Belt. Okay. And they can give it go again, but they don't have another attack. So that means they put the card in Arsenal. Do I prefer to keep Conqueror of the High Seas in Arsenal? Or do I prefer not to take 3 damage? Yeah, I mean, having a bit of interaction is not the end of the world. And I'm taking my sweet, sweet time to set up some allies in the graveyard. And that's a good thing now, that I'm using these turns to pretty much clean my deck out of the reds. I mean, we removed a lot of reds. No! No second Sunken Treasure! Okay. Making some cogs. If only we had Danka in this hand. If we have a blue on the top of our deck, maybe we can still do that. Oh. If that's the case, I think I will blindly use the reaction here. Okay. They cranked. Sure. Okay, let's look at the top card of our deck. Is a blue. So we can actually chart the high seas. Okay. Yes. Now we get the resources to play the Conqueror. Anka here would be great. Maybe Oysten is a bit too weak. Maybe you're supposed to be running Rigor Mortis in this slot. That Anka distraction was huge. We have missed a quadrillion turns now because we have no allies. Maybe there we can find one with jittery bones. Yeah, I think we should go back to Rigor Mortis here. Okay, Polycranka. Let's have a look. Saltwater Swell. Is Silek that good in gravy? I don't run it. I don't love it. I think most of the times when you most of the time when you want to activate your hero, you want to be discarding allies. So do you have enough cards to actually discard? You know, do you have that many discard outlets that Yes, I don't think you have enough discard outlets to make Sea Leg make sense. But I think maybe there could be a build. I mean, it really, that's the interesting part about Gravy right now, that if your problem is the fatigue decks, you can simply run if your problem is the fatigue decks, you can simply run stuff like Sea Legs, etc. and make that matchup better. If your problem is, you know, aggressive decks, you can add D-Reacts. So Gravy feels like has a lot of room for deck building, even though it's quite a new class. And because all the allies right now feel viable compared to Dromai, where Dromai, I mean, I think like in the first few months after the first builds of Dromai went out, I don't think you would ever see many different allies. I think Vinzerakai was always a bit weird. No one ever put it in a deck list. The 6th cost dragon. Every single deck had, you know, the 4 cost and the 5 cost dragon. So I don't feel it's the same with Gravy. Okay, so that's the thing I like about running Jittery Bones and Saltwater Swell, because now if the top card is a yellow, I can play Jittery Bones. If the top card is a blue, I can play Saltwater Swell. Problem is, all the allies are in my hand. Oh, just attack for 7. So we have a Swabby on the top of the deck. Yeah, I'm keeping my hand. I need to develop things. So the question now is, should I try and develop with salt water? Can I do something? I think I can do something with the resources. So the thought process with Oysten is that the ally that gives counter has a perfect target to give counters, which is Oysten, because every single other pirate ally most of the time just, you know, hits the board and dies, while Oysten will stick around. But we haven't seen the allies. I should have used the hook to block. Okay. I think I should simply have a look. No, I think I need to get an ally at my graveyard, and I don't have, and I have a way to get an ally at my graveyard. So maybe, yeah, I think I should then start. But I want to make sure it's a blue. Okay. I have 6 resources. I need 3. I need more. 3, 6, 7, and another 2. I need 9. And I need to play a blue. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3, 5, 7, 8, 3, 6, 8, 9. So I can play lead the charge. And I still have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Play the big boy. So I can either attack or keep the Mage Master boots. I think it's more important to keep the Mage Master boots. If they want to try and race me while I have a 247 weapon and I heal to every turn, be my guest. Oh, I should have activated the gold-baited hook in the Swabby attack. That was a huge mistake. Okay. Loot the hold. Okay, so we call it the grave. Did we actually call the grave a third chowder? I have 5, 6 resources. I can get a charm. Since I can get a charm, I think I should get a charm. I have 5, 6 resources. That needs 4. Yeah. Let me look at the top part of my deck. ally. I think I'm fine. Okay. I think I will activate Gravy to draw and discard the Moray, mainly in order to remove it from the top of my deck. Activate the Hook. Up with FaB. Two. Let me check the top card of my deck. Barkeep, okay, that's good to know. Okay. Activate Gravy. Card. Give no quarter. Play Sawbones. Mage Master. Moray. Get the one extra resource. Wait. And shoot. You can actually dish out so many allies, yeah. When you get the right sequence of hand, yeah. Okay, so the good thing now is that we get them down to 1. And that means that even they need to deal with Oyster. Now we get into the great position of we can literally block with every single card in our hand, use everything defensively, and we simply attack with Oyster, even if they get rid of Swabby. 2 allies is a really bad thing, because I think the only way for us to lose now is if they have a way to kill us. And that game we have been beyond unlucky. I mean, in the first like 15 cards of our deck, we had 1 ally. We had 1 or 2 allies or something like that. And that was game. They can't clear the board. Yeah, they had a weak hand, they needed a much better hand this turn, and simply attacking us meant we could simply block. We had 3 more allies. So here we could only block for 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, but they need to present 15. Right back. Yeah, so that's why I feel Gravy could totally be a great deck. Are we going to stream the Nationals? Yes. It will be the first Nationals I won't be playing because I've been assigned casting it. I'm super excited about that. I'll get more things ready. I'll get more announcements ready when we get closer to the weekend. It will be done in English. It will be done in this channel, and I think we will stream whole of day 1 with no drafting process, and most likely 1 game in top 8, but every single one of the rest of the games in top 4. So they're going to be the 9 rounds of Swiss on day 1, 5 games of top 8, and the 4 games of top 4, 3 games of top 4 in day 2, and then if it has been scheduled correctly, we will most likely afterwards on Sunday stream the top 8 of PQ Plus as well after the Nationals is over. So a lot of exciting games, and I think I'm pretty sure that this year Nationals are going to be capped. I think this is the first time that we'll have the full amount of players. Hopefully by next year we get an increase in size. Okay, so guys, that was it for today. Sorry for not streaming so much lately. I've been testing for Bologna, but after Bologna we'll have more time to keep on streaming. I probably want to stream on the weekend. I have some armories to attend to, but we will be back for at least 1 or 2 streams before we leave for Bologna. Obviously to talk about the US Nuts. So, have fun, be safe. Good luck in the US Nuts if anyone is playing. Have fun watching US Nuts, and see you around.